This workout includes warm-up, cool-down and 10 full body exercises. We will perform each exercise for 40 seconds twice and there will be 20-second break between two exercises. The workout also includes beginner modifications for all advanced exercises and the only equipment we need to perform this workout is a pair of dumbbells or water bottles. Hi, so first exercise of warm-up is push raise. For this you have to stand your feet together and your arms parallel to the floor and your palm facing forward. From there you have to raise your hands upward overhead and your arms remain parallel to each other. Keep your core engaged, your chest out, your stomach in and no swinging at your body. You only have to move at your shoulder. Next exercise is the chopper. For this you have to stand with shoulder width distance between your feet and you have to twist your body from one side to another, and when you start keep your arms straight. When you come to the opposite side try to touch your ears. This way you have to perform these movements. For the next round we will switch side, means we will perform the same exercise to the opposite side. Try to keep your lower body as stable as possible and twist only at your waist. Next exercise is a spot jog. So you have to jog here at one spot with your heel raised, your chest out and your stomach in and a soft bend at your knee. Next is a tap and up. For this you have to squat down and tap the floor and come back to standing position. Meanwhile, keep your squat clean, so keep your upper body upright and do not try to lean a lot forward. Next up is a rocker. It's a great warm up for your wrist because we will be lifting some weights. So put your knee on mat and your sole facing the ceiling and place your hand right under your shoulder, and from here you have to rock your body forward and backward. That will release and put some pressure on your wrist and warm up your wrist. Next is weight bearing. So this will also warm up your wrist as well as your shoulder and your entire upper body. So for this you have to come to a plank like position. I would recommend start with your knee on floor and after that come to a perfect high plank position and perform alternative taps to warm up your shoulders and your entire upper body. I was looking like a fool when I met ya, all covered up in the dirt from a past. Next is an extended lunge stretch. For this you have to come to an extended lunge position and you have to stay there for at least 10 seconds and then you have to switch side for other 10 seconds of this round. It will stretch your lower body and activate all the muscles and prepare your body for the workout. Next up is an easy crisscross. So you have to perform a crisscross type of movement with your legs and your arms. Next exercise is an easy variation of burpees. For this you have to Place your hands down at shoulder width distance and alternatively take your legs back, bring them in front alternatively and come to standing position.
Broken heart, waiting for you to come out and save me. I'm a mess, need to untangle, and I'm a fool for you.
So with this exercise, our warm-up is all done. Now we will prepare for the workout. So first exercise of our workout is an overhead squat. For this you have to hold your dumbbells overhead, meanwhile keep your arms straight, and then you have to go to a squat. And if you are a beginner and cannot squat with holding your dumbbells overhead, then rest your dumbbells on your shoulders and squat just like shown in the modification.
I know it isn't logical. That's something that you do to me is chemical. I know it isn't logical.
This is a great full body exercise which targets so many muscle groups at the same time, such as your lower body, your core, your shoulders and your chest. But keep your form in check, always keep your knee behind your toes. We have one more set of the same exercise to go, so give your best.
Fool for you. You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now
Next round of exercise is push-up and tap. For this you have to perform a push-up on your dumbbells and tap out just like this. So hold your dumbbell at shoulder width distance between them and come to a push-up starting position and lower your chest down and tap outside once. If you are a beginner and cannot perform a standard push-up, then go on your knee and perform the same technique. So we have one more set coming up for push-ups. Push-ups are a great full body exercise. It targets your shoulder, your triceps and your abs very effectively. So recover before you attempt to your second round of push-up and tap. To perform a perfect push-up, your palm should be right under your shoulder and your elbows parallel to each other, means close to your body, not flared out, and try to go as deep as possible while keeping your core fully engaged.
Unfolding the way that I want. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You cut me loose. You make me win.
Next exercise is a single leg deadlift to drive. Now this is again a full body exercise and a little bit of coordination here. So we have to perform single leg deadlift and drive alternatively in both legs. But if you are a beginner and cannot perform a single leg deadlift, then go for a standard deadlift, means on your both feet together and perform drives in alternative legs. keep your shoulders retracted, your upper back nice and tight, and do not have a lot of distance between your weight and your lower body.
Ooh, yes, I'm the winner, yeah.
So prepare for your next round. So for this, very important thing is that you don't have to arch your back or don't round your back. You have to keep your back nice and flat and your core completely engaged. Next exercise is a punch, but we have to perform this with our dumbbells, so prefer a light weight for this exercise. So for this you have to stand at the shoulder with distance between your feet and start punching side to side. If you are a beginner, then ditch the dumbbells and perform this exercise without any weight, with your body weight, and raise your arm at your shoulder level or even higher than that when you perform a complete punch, and tap on side with the same side's leg. So start your next round of punching. You are doing great and we are almost in the middle of the workout, so keep going, do your best. In a complete punch position, your arm should be completely straight. This point is a key point you should not forget about. Next exercise is a single legged bridge. For this you have to take one of your dumbbell and rest your dumbbell right between your hip bones and bring your heels closer to your hips, and from there you have to go to a bridge position while keeping only one leg on the floor. If you are a complete beginner, then you can keep both of your feet on floor and then you perform the bridge just like I showed in the modification. And when you lift up your core and your thigh should make one line, and at that point don't forget to squeeze your glutes. Pause there for a second and then come down, and do not rest a lot in the starting position. As soon as your hip touches your mat, immediately you have to press up. Next exercise is a dumbbell tap. For this you have to keep your dumbbells in a vertical position and at the shoulder width distance between both dumbbells, and you have to be in a high plank position slightly behind your dumbbells, and from there you have to tap your dumbbells alternatively. If you are a complete beginner, then drop your knee or down on floor and then follow the same technique.
Yes, I know. I just know it. Caught up in the moment, wanna spend every second with you. Yeah.
One more key point you have to keep in mind that when you're placing your palm on floor, it should be right under your shoulder and your arm should be perpendicular to the floor. And do not stick your butt a lot up or drop your core. Keep your body in a line.
Stuck in the middle, what can I do? Yeah, I just wanna be right next to you. Right in the middle, right in between. Ooh, it is up to you what we will be. Ooh, I don't know what to do. I'm stuck in the middle with you.
Next exercise is a dumbbell swing. So for this you have to stand at shoulder width distance between your feet and your legs apart, and you have to hold both of your dumbbells and you have to hinge at your hip and swing your dumbbell right overhead. If you are a beginner, then hold just one dumbbell with both of your hands, just like I have shown in the modification. Rest of the technique is completely same. So you have to hinge at your hip, your body down and your dumbbell between your legs. From there you have to start your swinging and swing up right on top of your head and then come back down and follow the same process with a flat back and fully engaged core.
Stuck in the middle with you. I just wanna be right next to you. Right in between. It is up to you what we will be. I don't know what to do. I'm stuck in the middle with you. We're going under.
As you start swinging your dumbbell up from down, means from between your legs, there should be a soft bend at your knee. Remember, do not keep your legs fully locked when your dumbbell is between your legs, and always hinge at your hip and keep your back completely straight.
Backlash written on me, card rubbing on a passport. I've been ballin', free my lady sitting down now. I'm already out, already on the countdown. I'ma set it right. Got the backlash written on me, cold running from the pole, and it's on me. Don't know which way we're going now. I don't wanna know it. I just swear we're going down. I don't wanna know it.
We're going up.
Next exercise is a reverse lunge to raise, and we will perform this exercise alternatively in both legs. So we need just one dumbbell for this exercise. So go to a reverse lunge with a raise in your shoulder holding the dumbbell. If you are a complete beginner, then hold your dumbbell in front of your chest and close to your chest and perform the reverse lunges. To perform a reverse lunge, you have to keep in mind that your knee should never pass your toes and dip down till your front thigh is parallel to the floor, and from there press up immediately. Do not tap your knee on floor.
Backlash written on me, card rubbing on a passport. I've been ballin', free my lady sitting counting now. I'm already out, already on the countdown. I'ma set it right. Already on the countdown. I'ma
go for your second round. And always remember to keep your back straight and your core engaged and your body upright whenever you are performing lunges. And don't forget to keep your arms as straight as possible.
We're going up, we're going under, and there's nothing we can do. The final hour before we let it go down. It's such a heartbeat pounding in your chest.
Next exercise is a dumbbell row and shuffle. For this again we require only one dumbbell. So keep your one dumbbell aside and keep your one dumbbell right under your shoulder and come to a high plank position. From there you have to perform one row and then keep your dumbbell towards the other side of your hand so that you can pick your dumbbell alternatively to perform rows and shuffle it afterwards. If you are a complete beginner, then put your knee down and follow the same technique. Here too, don't forget to keep your palm right under your shoulder. It's very important.
Space and now I'm so hold me towards you and I cannot fight it. My head's underwater, I try to disguise it. Want you to hold me, though we haven't spoken. I need that something to get me to open.
To perform a perfect row, you should think of pulling your dumbbell towards your stomach, not towards your chest, with your elbow and your arm tucked to your body.
To be my everything, you are only a shot away from me. To be my everything, 'cause you are only a shot away from me. To be my everything, shot away.
Next exercise is a double crunch hold. For this we will target both your upper abs and lower abs at the same time. So for this you have to secure your dumbbell on your feet just like this. So keep your feet together, your legs together, and come to an upper ab crunch and lower ab crunch at the same time and hold this. If you are a complete beginner, then ditch the dumbbell and perform the same technique, same hold without dumbbells. Here the key point is your thigh should be at 90-degree angle from the floor, and there should be again a 90-degree angle between your leg and your thigh. It's very important. Meanwhile, lift your upper body up into a crunch as much as you can. So this is the last exercise of this workout, so give your best effort to it. After this we will perform our cool down stretches, so keep going. Few more seconds and break. So with this our workout is all done. You have done a great job, so relax for a while, enjoy your break, and then we will perform our first cool down stretch, which is a body twist. For this you have to Twist your both knee towards one side while keeping your other arms, means your opposite arm, on floor. So twist it as much as you can. For the next step, we will switch side, means we will perform the same twist stretch to the other side while maintaining the bend in your knee and keeping the opposite arm on the floor. Next stretch is a hamstring stretch. For this, you have to hold your opposite foot with your opposite hand and try to stretch your leg as much as you can. This will very effectively stretch your hamstrings, provided you try to keep your leg as much as straight and the other heel on floor. For the next round, we will switch side, means we will perform the same stretch for the other leg. So hold your right leg with your left hand and try to make it as straight as possible, and the resting leg as straight as possible as well. Next stretch is a reach. So for this, you have to now come into a long sitting position and keep your legs completely straight, your knee locked, your toes pointing upwards and your back straight. With a straight back, you have to reach forward with keeping your arms and legs parallel to each other. Try to reach as much as forward as you can. For the next stretch, you have to come to a kneeling position, and while keeping your thighs perpendicular to the floor, keep your hands on your back and try to bend on the back while keeping your view on the ceiling. Next is a cow stretch. So for this, from here only you have to place your hands on the floor, and your hands again should be right under your shoulder, and draw your ribs in and round your upper back as much as you can while sucking your lower abs as much as in as you can. So hold this pose for a few more seconds. Then the next is the opposite of this pose, which is a cat pose. So now you have to open your chest and arch your back and look up as much as you can. For the next stretch, you have to lie down on your stomach just like from this position, and keep your one arm stretched out and your that side leg straight, and hold your same side hand with the same side leg and try to pull your leg towards your hips and stretch as maximum as you can. For the next round, we will just switch side for the same stretch. Try to keep your upper body and your thigh as much as upward from the ground. And the last but not the least is Shavasana. So simply just lie down on your back from the same position and relax. Keep your legs together, your feet together and straight, and relax. Keep your arms at your side and simply relax in this wonderful pose. And with this, our workout is all done. I hope you enjoyed it and you followed along. If yes, then please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. See you.